Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ajay and today we are going to take a question that was asked in 2018 Computer Science CBSE question paper, and the question is question number 1F. That's the question in front of you, and that's the code, the Python code in front of you, and we're going to understand what exactly the possible output of this particular code will be. So again, I repeat, this is the 2018 question paper, and the question is question number 1F. Okay, so as you can see that the question, the code that is in front of you, there is a module that is the random module, and that's the import. We are importing the module with the import keyword, and the module is random. Okay, now this particular module, the main function that we use is the random int function or the method. Okay, so that's over here. Now first let's just go through line by line and then let us understand it. Okay, so the first line of code says that points is equal to, and then there is a list declaration. So that's a list in front of you. So points is basically a list, and you can see the semicolon out here. Now I guess that was a minor mistake, because we cannot have a semicolon in Python. This is something that we find it in another programming languages like C++. So this is a minor mistake, I would say, and we are going to ignore that error. Okay, so points, that's a list, and again there is again the same variable name you can see over here. Now the reason that they have just given you is to confuse you. So that's same variable. So again there is a new list, so we're going to consider this new list. Okay, understand that we are not doing any addition of elements in this particular list. It is just a new list that got assigned to this particular variable. So this is the list that needs to be considered, okay, and not this one. Okay, and then you can see that there is a variable that is begin is equal to random dot rand int. That is a random int method of this particular module that we have just imported out here, and it says 1 comma 3. So the two values indicate that this particular function is going to generate numbers that will be 1, 2 and 3. Including 1 and 3, it will generate the numbers. So the numbers that will get generated by this particular function will be 1, 2 or 3. Okay, so you can see over here I've just typed it for you. Okay, so these are the possible values that begin can have. And then again there is one more variable, that is last is equal to random dot random int 2 comma 4. So the possible values that last variable can have is 2, 3 and 4. So that are the possible values for the variable last. So whatever numbers we pass, understand, including that both the numbers and the between numbers, everything, the possible values that particular variable or this particular function can return, understand it. For C is equal to range, in range begin comma last plus 1. Okay, and then you can see print. Now there are no brackets out here, understand, because this particular code is for the version that is 2.7. In 2.7 the print function did not have brackets, but this is the version that we are working right now is the higher version, and in that print is a function and there has to be brackets. Okay, but there are no brackets. This is 2.7, so that's okay. So print, and it says points, that is the index value C, comma, and then there is a hash, and then there is a comma, and then these are the possible output which is been provided to you in the question, and it has been asked that what are the possible output of these four options, and this is what we need to find. Okay, so let's begin. Let us assume that, okay, let us just assume that begin is 1, right? These are the possible numbers that begin can have, so I will take 1, and so the value of begin will be 1, and last I can take it as maybe 2. Okay, so over here it is 1, and over here it will be 2 plus 1, that is 3. So 1 comma 3. So how many iterations this function is going to go? It will only go for 2 iterations. Since it is 3, so it goes 1 less. The series that this particular function, that is the range function, is going to generate is 1 and 2. So 2 iterations. So, and you can see the numbers out here. There are 3 numbers in all the possible output, but with this particular possibility 1 and 2, we can only have 2 numbers. So we'll be just picking 2 numbers from this list, but then you can see there are 3 numbers in all the 4 outputs. So we cannot have this combination. Let us have 1 and let us have last as 3. Okay, so begin as 1 and last, that is 3 plus 1, that is 4. Now this is 1, and over here we have 3, that is 3 plus 1, 4. So 1 and 4. So the range, the iterations that we can have is 1, 2 and 3, 3 iterations. Okay, so for 1, 2 and 3. So suppose 1, initially C will be 1. So if C is 1, so what exactly is going to happen is we are going to print points of, that is the index value C, that is 1 over here. And what is the index value of 1? That is 50, isn't it? Because the index value starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 is 50. So it is going to print 50 and then the hash. So do we have any output over here that is 50 hash? You can see over here that's 50 hash. We have that. Okay, but then we have to check for the rest of the output also. Okay, then again C will have the next value, that is 2. Okay, so if it is 2, it says points of C. What is 2? 2 out here is 20, because that's 0, 1 and there is 2. So points of C, that is 2, so that's 20 and hash. So we are having this, and then C will be 3. So if it is 3 points of C, that is 40. You can see over 40 and hash, and that's it. So that's the 3 iterations, and then we are going to have this output. So this is the first possible output. Okay, so then it says, now let us just see the output, other outputs like 2, 50, 30. So sorry, 20, 50 and 30. So 20, you can see 20 and then 50. So this is not possible because we are going in that, in a series. So after 20, this particular element we can have 40 but not 50. So this, I don't think this is possible anyway. Okay, and if you look at this particular output, it says 30, 50 and 20. So 30, 50 and 20. Okay, it says this is 30, 50 and 20, but the begin value always begin with 1 and not with 0. Understand it. For me to access this particular number, that is 30, I need the value of C to be 0, but begin can have the values that is 1, 2 and 3 and not 0. So even this particular possible output we cannot have 30. Now left is this one. So let's check for this one, that is 20, 40 and 45. So 20, 40 and 45. Okay, so 20, so 0, 1, 2. So begin can be 2, right? Because we need to start from here. So begin needs to be 2. That's the index value 2, 0, 1 and 2. And this 2, 3 and 4. And last, that is, if it is 3, so 3 plus 1, that is 4. So this is 20, 40 and 45. You can see anytime it is possible. Okay, since if you take a begin as 2 and last as 3, so begin over here will be 2, okay, and over here that is 3 plus 1, that is 4. So it will go for 2, 3, okay. With 3 it is not possible, we'll take as 4. So 4 plus 1, that is 5. So 2, 3 and 4. So that's 2, 3 and 4. So this is very much possible. So I hope that you have got that the right answer is this one and this one. These are the possible outputs that we can have, and these are the 1 and 4, we cannot have this output. Okay, and then there is a question that what can be the maximum value for begin and last. So can you guess what can be the maximum and the minimum value? So the minimum value for begin will be 1 and the max will be 3, and the minimum value for last will be 2 and max will be 4. It is so simple. Okay, so I hope you have understood this particular code. Meet you next time. Bye for now.